तुरंत कराए जाएं चुनाव। और जब तक आपका फैसला नहीं आएगा तब तक मैं जिम्मेदारी नहीं संभालूंगा। और मैं जब तक चुनाव नहीं होते, मैंने जैसे बताया 2 दिन के बाद मैं अपना इस्तीफा दूंगा। जब तक चुनाव नहीं होते तब तक मेरी जगह आम आदमी पार्टी से कोई और मुख्यमंत्री बनेगा। अगले 2-3 दिन के अंदर विधायक दल की मीटिंग होगी और विधायक दल की मीटिंग में अगले मुख्यमंत्री के नाम का तय किया जाएगा। मैं मनीष जी से बात कर रहा था, जो पीड़ा मेरे मन में है वो पीड़ा मनीष जी के मन में भी है। इनके लिए भी वही सब कहा गया जो मेरे लिए कहा गया है। मनीष जी का भी कहना है कि ये दिल्ली के उप मुख्यमंत्री और शिक्षा मंत्री और मंत्री का पद तभी संभालेंगे जब दिल्ली की जनता कहेगी कि मनीष सिसोदिया ईमानदार है। तो मैं और मनीष सिसोदिया, हम दोनों का फैसला आपके हाथ में है, जनता के हाथ में है। हम दोनों जनता की अदालत में जा रहे हैं, गली गली जाएंगे, जनता के बीच में जाएंगे और उनसे पूछेंगे, अगर जनता कहेगी ईमानदार है तो हम आके इसकी कुर्सी पे बैठेंगे। 2020 में आया था मैं, 2020 में मैंने कहा था, मैंने अगर काम किया हो तो मेरे को वोट देना और काम नहीं किया हो तो वोट मत देना। कहा था कि नहीं कहा था? आज मैं आपके बीच में आया हूं, मैं कह रहा हूं अगर मैं ईमानदार हूं तो वोट देना, अगर मैं बेईमान हूं तो वोट मत देना, बिल्कुल मत देना। भारत माता की, भारत माता की।
All right, so that's Arvind Kejriwal announcing the big decision made by him after the Supreme Court's relief. He says he will resign as the Chief Minister after 2 days. Says it is the Janta of the national capital that will decide whether he will continue as the Chief Minister post the assembly election slated to take place before February 2025. The big announcement coming in from Arvind Kejriwal after Supreme Court's relief. To put this in perspective, remember viewers, the BJP has also been mounting pressure on the Aam Aadmi Party or on Arvind Kejriwal specifically because the court, while granting Kejriwal bail, had said that he cannot visit his office or the Delhi Secretariat or sign any official file unless absolutely necessary to obtain the Lieutenant Governor's sanction. Those were the bail conditions in the ED case and the CBI case in which he found relief just 2 days ago. And now Arvind Kejriwal, not giving in to the BJP's pressure but trying to play this to his own advantage. He says he will resign as the Chief Minister after 2 days, and the next decision by the party will be taken in the legislative party meeting where the interim chief minister will also be decided. So someone else is going to take over the duties of the chief minister of the national capital for the next few months till the next assembly elections take place in the national capital. Now, while making this big announcement, Arvind Kejriwal also took a sharp jibe at the Bharatiya Janata Party, spoke of how this was an attempt all through the investigations of the Delhi excise policy case to break the Aam Aadmi Party, to break Arvind Kejriwal's will. He says it is the Janta that will decide whether he is truly an imandar or a gunegar, and that's when he will be back as the Chief Minister of the national capital post the Delhi Assembly elections. I want to go across to my colleague Pallavi joining us with more details. Pallavi, do you sense the same, that this was perhaps not Arvind Kejriwal giving into the pressure being mounted by the BJP that he must resign, but playing it to his own advantage before the next Assembly elections?
Absolutely, Christine. Many would call it, especially the Aam Aadmi Party, would call it a very shrewd and astute move as the chief minister. You know, elections are going to be there in a couple of months. So if it all goes according to schedule, elections are going to be in February. By, say, November, December, you go into the model code of conduct mode. So in any case, there are no decisions which are going to be taken. He's very clearly going to play the victim card or the sympathy card when he goes to go out and stand and campaign for the elections. But before that, look at his words. He said, "मैं 2-3 दिन में इस्तीफा दूंगा and I'm going to go to the people." So after 2 to 3 days, what is he going to do? He's going to go through the national capital. Of course, he's going to go to Haryana and Punjab, but his focus is very clearly going to be on the national capital. Go people to people and tell them whether I've done the right thing. And then his rider is that in case Aam Aadmi Party comes back to power in February, March, when the election results come out, I'm going to be back as a chief minister. So it's not buckling under pressure. If you're going to look at the way he's positioned it, it's definitely not because he's expected to resign because the Supreme Court points came in. It is because he wants to resign, because he wants to score a political point. But he's also said that Manish Sisodia is also going through the case. So Manish Sisodia is also unlikely to take his place. So what is going to happen is he's now going to throw up a bigger question: who becomes the chief minister? But for now, to focus on the politics of it, Christine, very clear that he's going to use his resignation as the CM as the poll pitch. That's going to be the only poll plank by the Aam Aadmi Party when those elections take place in the national capital.
Oh yes, Pallavi, goes without saying. Besides, wasn't this the best possible solution in front of Arvind Kejriwal, given that, you know, the bail conditions most certainly don't permit him from performing his official duties, signing any official documents, so on and so forth. So the next few months for him to campaign, be in the midst of the crowds and actually give this call that it is the people of the national capital that will ultimately decide his fate. Pallavi, I'll come back to you in just a bit. We have RP Singh ji joining us on the phone line. RP Singh ji, what do you make of this big announcement coming in from Arvind Kejriwal? He has come out to say he will be stepping down as the chief minister after 2 days, and the people of the national capital will decide whether he's truly an imandar or a beiman.
Well, he's trying to build up some sympathy from the compulsion. That is his compulsion, because if without CM, how can they run a state? They can't run a state without a CM. And then the state administration is crippled because there is no CM. And then even now, he is not allowed by the court to function as a CM. He can't go to CM office, he can't sign documents, he can't sign papers, he can't hold a cabinet meeting. So he has no other option. The court has forced him to resign. And he is resigning because court wants him to resign in a way. So he's trying to just build up a sympathy out of that. Oh, I'm resigning because I want to campaign, I don't want to go to people, I want to go to public. Fact is that he should have resigned much earlier, much before. But the way the Kejriwal is, he's a blue-collared, smart criminal who knows how to build up sympathies out of the compulsions.
RP Singh ji had a larger message for the Bharatiya Janata Party, once again saying how it's the BJP that's attempted to misuse the agencies, and given the observations made by the Supreme Court, they're most certainly using this to their advantage and against the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Well, what are the observations of the Supreme Court? Supreme Court said that he can't go to CM office. He can't sign a document. So Supreme Court, in a way, has given a message that you resign. And Supreme Court has not left any other option with him other than to resign.
No, but the Supreme Court, Justice Boyan, Mr. RP Singh ji had said that the CBI should not operate like a caged parrot. So the caged parrot remark was reiterated by the Supreme Court when he was given that relief from the top court of the nation, and that the Aam Aadmi Party is most certainly playing to its advantage, is what I was trying to refer to.
Well, CBI, as per me, CBI should go to court and then contest that out. But the point is, what relief has he been given by the court, except the bail, which is the right of any person who is found to be involved into any of the such corruption cases or any other cases. If people like Yakub Menon or his people who have just recently killed Kanhaiya Kumar in Rajasthan, even they have got bail.
Okay, you're saying this is out of the compulsions that the Supreme Court has pushed him to, but do you think this is also him attempting to score a political point in the run-up to the assembly elections in Delhi?
Yeah, that he's, that's what I said, he's very smart blue-collar criminal, and so he's able to do, he will try to convert this as an opportunity. But the fact is, people know that. I mean, this is his compulsion, not that he's doing it for any service to the Delhi.
Okay. Many thanks, Mr. RP Singh ji, for sharing your perspective here on CNN News 18. I want to go across to Pallavi Ghosh once again. An interesting turn of events, as was being speculated that he may step down. That was one of the options in front of Arvind Kejriwal, and that's what he's decided to go ahead with. Pallavi, how do you see this playing out the next few months? He's also interestingly said, while coming out with this big announcement, that he is making an appeal for an early elections in the national capital, parallel to the ones in Maharashtra.
Absolutely. And the Maharashtra is expected to go to polls on November, but I don't think those elections are going to be preponed. But clearly, he's playing to the gallery. But in all of this, what he's trying to do is also get support from the entire India bloc as well. It's really interesting.